Hello, ladies. Hello, Michelle and DK. How are y'all doing?
Hey, ladies, how's it going this evening?
Yes, and Connie, I'm glad you're up here with me today.
Oh, I'm proud to be here with you. You know that.
Yes, ma'am. I know that, but I just want to say thank you anyway.
Ain't much I wouldn't do for my Maureen.
I hope you two ladies have had a great Friday. And there's our Sherry K. Do you have electricity back, sweetheart?
Yeah, that's. I don't know how she's even up here. She ain't.
I know. And there's Candy, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Hello, Candy.
Yeah, we've had a couple of little showers come through this afternoon. I know we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but I didn't know we were supposed to get rain today.
Ours was supposed to be starting late tonight, I think,
Uh-huh.
maybe. But we had a shower for about 2 seconds.
Ah.
That
Oh,
was,
that's great, Sherry K. Said she got it back about an hour ago.
oh, good, 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 good.
Did you ever hear what caused it?
Yeah, she said it was out all over town. It
I know.
had to been something big. That's for sure.
Yeah. Maybe a big transformer or something.
May have been. Ain't a bit of telling.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you're getting better. Well, that's good to hear.
it was getting better. Candy, good, 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 good. Yeah, if I hadn't been standing at the stove sneaking me some tater chips,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't have never known it was raining to start with because you could just barely hear it hitting the
Ah.
vent thing, that you
Yeah.
put on when you cook, and
Right.
when it rains, you can hear it pick, pick, pick,
Yeah.
pick. And
I
if
can
it
hear it right here.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that, I never would have known it was doing it because it just barely pick, but about 2 seconds, and then that was it. And Mom said they got a good shower, not 10 minutes up the road. I said, "Well, y'all can keep it. We didn't get it yet."
There is Laura. How are you doing? And Nifty, sweetheart, thank you for being here.
Hey, Laura, Nifty, good to see you, so to speak.
Nope, there was at least 850 without power. Goodness gracious, girlfriend.
Good.
There's Heidi. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for sharing the pictures of your little baby kittens. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
She's got some little maybe Maine Coon kittens. They are
oh,
precious.
mm.
Tell
Reminds
you
me of
what, girlfriend, I wish we lived closer.
mm.
Kivia, how are you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Kivia, nice to see you.
And there's Laura D. Hello, sweetheart.
Hello, Laura.
Heidi says, I am making a day too short as we speak. Awesome.
Wow.
Hello, Martha. How are you doing? And DK saying hello to everyone coming in.
Yes, everybody.
You are so sweet, DK.
Yes, she is. She is the bomb diggity.
Yes, she is. She has almost reached her goal of 300 hats.
I've heard that. I have heard
Man,
that.
I tell you what.
Well, somebody I'd be. It's what I'd be. That's something you can say. Something you've done. You know
That's
what I mean?
right, man.
That's an accomplishment.
That is absolutely right. Thank all of you that are coming over here from Granny D's. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
There's our sweet Granny D. Hello, sweetheart. I've already seen a couple of your little squirrels that have joined us here. I'm
Hello.
so happy for that. And let me tell you, thank you the best way we know how. Hello, Annette. Thank you for joining us over here. I do appreciate that.
Hello, my Granny D. How you doing, young lady?
And Chris, how are you this afternoon? And Kathy, how are you doing?
Chris and Kathy, and who was the other person?
Excuse me, Annette.
Annette. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope all y'all peoples are doing good.
Yes, it's Friday. We should all be winding down, getting ready for the weekend.
Hallelujah.
And there's our Amy. Are you
Hello.
finally off work, sweetheart? Or did you have a day off? I know you had a day off yesterday for doctor's appointments, but I couldn't remember if you had one today or not.
I think it was yesterday.
Just yesterday? Yeah.
I think it was. I could be wrong though. Don't get me started lying.
Yep.
Lord knows I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. It probably won't be the last neither.
Yep. Kathy says she's doing good. Thank you. Well, we're happy to hear that.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that was today. Been off all day. Okay, see, I got my days off. I just knew you had some doctor's appointments and was going to take a day off, but I thought it was yesterday.
I'd have been wrong.
Maybe it's yesterday you were talking about it being today. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't that awesome? It's back to daylight saving times. And I tell you what, I hope it stays like this. I'm getting tired of this changing back and forth.
Well, it don't change till this weekend.
Oh, Martha, she says she is enjoying being at home by herself.
Oh, you get in trouble when you do that. I can anyway.
Yeah. 2 of the kittens are polydactyls like Daddy. Yes, you did tell me that. They had extra little toes. Means they have extra little
toes. Wow. I ain't never heard of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Maine Coons are known for having Maine Coons are known for having extra little toes.
That's weird. That's
I know.
Freaky weird.
Well, no weirder than having a dog that's double jointed in its front paws.
Double jointed in the front.
Yeah. Lacey's double jointed in her front paws because her mama's a tree walker. So her paws will literally curl like this to pull her up the tree.
And they don't supposed to already?
No. She has one extra joint in each.
I didn't know they wasn't supposed to. I thought they were like a cat, could do that.
No.
I know a cat retracts her
Orange Solar Patch Kids are the best Sour Patch Kids. Hello, Jim. How are you?
Hey. I thought that's kind of like a cat, they could do that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Granny D. She said, aren't those like the Hemingway cats? I don't know.
Hemingways?
Yeah, I didn't know there was I don't even know what a Hemingway cat is.
I don't know what that I don't even know what that is. We're lost. We're lost.
Yeah. Yes, she does, Dorothy. It'll drop here in just a little bit. It's all handmade Connie's. All right, Granny D, you're gonna make me go look.
Oh, my channel is so stale and cold. It ain't even worth going to check out.
Hemingway cat. Okay, Ernest Hemingway was a renowned lover of cats, particularly polydactyl six-toed cats, a fascination that began in the 1930s when a ship captain gifted him a white polydactyl named Snow White. Today, approximately 60 descendants of Snow White live at the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum in Key West, Florida. Well, I'll be darned, where many still possess the polydactyl gene. Huh.
Wow.
Well, look at that. So Hemingway cats and Maine Coons have that in common. I'll be darned.
That's weird.
I know. She says, "Yay! I remembered something."
That'd be me, Granny D, if I could remember something right. That'd be a bit celebrating.
Well, before we get on to today's topic, what's everybody sipping on and what you working on at the moment?
Oh, mercy.
I have started a new dog blanket. This one here is 65 stitches long, so I'm going to make this one into a bigger blanket for the big dogs. Hello, Margie. How are you? Thank you for joining us this afternoon or
Hello,
this
Margie.
evening, depending on where you're at.
Yeah, this evening, afternoon, morning, whatever. Yeah. It's like Sam, she's in Australia. It's morning time for her now.
Yeah.
So you're making Lacey a dog bed
No, I'm
or
not making her a
blanket?
dog bed. I'm making, blankets for the animal shelters.
Ah, okay. You're gonna
Yeah,
donate them to the animal
yeah,
shelter.
yeah. I've got a few that are for small, medium dogs, and then I'm going to make a couple for, or at least 3 or 4 for the bigger dogs.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think these would be quite big enough even for Lacey to put her belly on.
Oh my.
They'd be
Yeah.
perfect for like Tia. Of course, it'd be like 2 or 3 Tias on it,
Yeah.
and maybe a Schnauzer or a little bulldog. But for
Yeah.
the bigger dogs, they'd need something bigger, probably twice the size. And I'm thinking, because these I just used one Burnett baby blanket
Uh-huh.
scheme, like
Uh-huh.
250 yards to make it. This one I'm thinking it's probably going to take 1.5, if not 2. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm making Mrs. C square this month. Well, awesome.
Cool.
Granny D has water with Mayo drops, and we'll be working on a couple of more Norwegian hats. Nice.
Nice. I'm just still chugging along with my scrappy do here. I was uh doing the unraveled mittens Tunisian square crochet along.
Uh
Well, you
huh.
have to think about that before you say it.
Yeah.
Uh, the doing that, but you have to wait on the squares to come out, doggone it. It
Right.
they don't come out soon enough to suit me.
Right.
So I had to find something to do in between squares because, like I said, it takes too long for them to come out and suit me. But
Right.
they, as long as I've got something to piddle with
Yeah.
between time they come out, then I'm all right. And this is
Yeah.
just scraps, Well, actually, it's not. Well, technically, I guess it would be considered a scrap because it used to be a blanket or was gonna be a blanket.
Uh
It's
huh.
a blanket kit,
Yeah.
and somebody used part of it out of the kit and
Right.
decided they didn't like it, so they gave it to me to see if I wanted to do anything with it. So I'm making a scrappy blanket out of it.
Well, that's good. At least the
Since
yarn doesn't go to waste.
yeah, because they used part of it, but not enough to. You can still get a throw out of it, but not a blanket,
Right.
basically.
Well, that's
So,
good. Hello,
um,
Lacey. How are you doing, sweetheart? And I think Dorothy said she's working on a sun bunny.
mm,
Hello, Miami. How are you doing?
howdy,
Long
how.
time no see there.
Well,
I
I've
love watching his adventures.
got that going on, and I'm a sipping on some Mountain Dew with a little bit of blazing fireball green apple in it.
Ah. Well, I'm just sitting over here on my, I know I'm getting ready to say something very sacrilegious being from the South, but I'm over here drinking my unsweet tea because I love tasting the tea, not the sugar water.
Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 no.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, 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 no.
Mm,
That's just nasty.
nah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at work today. Well, thank you for popping in here for just a minute.
Who's at
Almost
work?
done with the mosaic I've been working on. And I hear you're going to start another one after that. Is that right, Sherry Kay?
Oh, I heard that too. And I heard what color it's supposed to be too.
Oh, well, now that I didn't hear.
I did. Because it's supposed to be for me.
Candy says, oh, Maureen needs to get right. Unsweetened tea? No, no, no.
I tried to tell her. You can't tell her. I've tried. I promise.
No, I love tasting the tea. I don't want none of that sweet stuff in there.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now,
No.
when I have it, I do like to add some lemon to it, but I'm just as happy to have it unsweet.
No.
I buy this pure leaf bottled tea for Wayne to have in his
Uh-huh.
lunches, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so earlier today, I made him up some tea that I had brewed here at the house. And he was like, did you buy new tea? And I said, no, this is brewed tea. And he said, okay. And I said, why? Don't you like it? He said, no, it's just different because he's used to drinking it out of the bottle. And
Yeah. It
oh,
tastes
thank you,
different.
Granny D.
It tastes different when you
Yes,
brew
it does.
tea than what you buy for tea.
Yeah,
It tastes different.
it sure does.
Big difference.
Yeah. And I tend to make mine a little more stout. You know
I
what I
do
mean?
too.
Yeah. Because like I say, I want to taste the tea.
Yep. Yep.
Hello, Sherry Knowles. How are you doing? You
Hey,
were shoveling your
Sherry.
deck? Yeah, I heard you were having to get out there and shovel that snow earlier on Granny D's.
Ooh. Not me, boy. You can lay right there till it melts.
Well, but if you got to get out, you know, in the path, you got to make yourself a path to get from the house to the car.
That means don't go out.
That's kind of the way I feel.
For me, that's exactly what it means.
Hello there, Daniel. How are you doing, sweetheart? And congratulations. Hello,
Yes,
Chelsea. How are you doing?
fellow driving enthusiast.
I
How are
know.
you doing?
So proud of him. He passed his driving test.
I am too. I know theirs is a lot harder than ours is over here.
Yes, I kept
Well,
telling him
I'm
third
really
time was going to
proud
be
of
the
you.
charm.
Yep.
Zoila, sweetheart, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us here.
Yes. Good to be here with you, Zoella.
Been missing you, girlfriend.
Yeah. You've been double timing on us somewhere else.
Oh, Sherry, she said, well, it was a layer of snow on top of a frozen slush layer. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to get that shovel too, so I know what I was walking on.
Just stay in the house. Don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Sherry K, she said her barn is flooding, of course. Oh, goodness,
Oh,
girlfriend.
man.
I bet you are. And I know Ash is too. Hello, Michael, sweetheart. How are you doing?
What did he say? I can't see the
He's
chat.
saying hiya and hugs, sweetheart, Connie and Maureen. Hiya and hugs to all.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, Lacey, I've had mine on for the last couple of days. I just got to where I couldn't take the humidity anymore. It's not because it's that hot outside. It's just, you know, when you open up the windows and the humidity's high, it just seeps in the house, and I just couldn't take it. Ugh.
Can't breathe and
Yeah.
sticky and
Yep.
Yeah.
Just couldn't take it.
I can't either. I can't sleep if I'm sticky.
Yeah, that too.
Gotta have some air on somewhere or another.
Yep.
Especially when I got a little fur ball stuck up under my back. Little heater stuck up under you.
Well, you know, Michael, it's been like in the mid 70s here, but the humidity's been so high. Blah.
Yep.
Sherry Kay says it happens every year. One of these days, I will fix what needs to be done and not wait for the hubby to do it. I hear you, sweetie, but you can't do it right now.
No, you cannot.
Don't you be doing none of that work right now.
No matter how aggravating the flooding in the barn is, you ain't better not be doing it. I'll tell on you. I told
Yeah.
you.
Well, her body will tell her, and we won't have to say anything.
Well, I told her I'd tell Chris on her. Told her, tell the hubby.
Oh, Sherry K says she has to put the Sherry Knowles says she has to put the AC on even when it's 70 because she lives in a tin can.
Yep. I understand that. I used to live in a trailer too. And you can't stand it in one of them. Ooh,
Yeah.
it gets above 65, you're hunting some air.
Well, I'm waiting to see how this is going to do here in in the summer because there is no shade around here in this little part.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Ooh,
So
you may
it's
be
going to be interesting.
you may be wishing for some long time before you see it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sherry K says, I have a tractor. It'll do what I can. Oh, yeah, I know. For now. Come spring, I'll have to get a backhoe to dig the ditch. I hear
mm.
you, sweetie.
Oh, you just worry about it come springtime.
Oh, my goodness. Sherry Knowles says, Zola, I stepped down to shovel the second step and almost started flying without her wings.
Oh my word. See now
Girlfriend?
that would be me. That would be me.
Yep.
Only I would have done it on the first step. I do good to walk around on dry, flat ground, let
I
alone
like
you
to
know.
keep all the blackout curtains closed during the summer, and Panda likes to have them open. See, I'd be there with
Oh yeah.
Panda. I can't be in a dark room. I
No,
really can't.
I like to have the light, but whenever the sun is coming right in at the window
Oh
or the
yeah.
heat, then it's got
Yeah.
to be closed. It's got to be covered up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in my bedroom is on the west side of the house. So
Yeah.
when the sun's going down, it's shining right in the bedroom window.
Yeah.
So they stay closed all the
Right.
time. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, all the time. And they get hot. They're the blackout curtains. They got
Yeah.
the shiny stuff on the backside. And you
Right.
can put your hand up against them. They're hot.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's that bad. And if
Mm.
you ain't got it, it's like 15 degrees difference. And
Oh goodness.
yeah, you ain't gonna be doing no sleeping, that's for sure.
No. Not in heat like that.
Nope. And it's on the side of the house. It just heats it up in the evenings. About 3 o'clock when the sun starts going down, you can just look out for it.
Mm. Well, I like them closed year round. I prefer to have it dark, Michael says.
Yeah, my late husband says I used to call me a vampire. He says you gotta be a vampire. You like being in the dark so much.
No. I'm a sunshine person. I have to have light. Just do. Well, today is National Dress Day. It's not dress up. It's not. It's also known as Blue Dress Day, but I chose Dress Day because it was started by Ashley Lauren. She celebrated it annually on March the 6th to celebrate the memories, confidence, and femininity associated with wearing dresses. This day is commemorated to encourage people to wear their favorite dresses and share stories of special moments such as proms, weddings, or maybe even first dates. So we are supposed to wear our favorite dress today, share photos on social media, and reminisce about the special occasions and why that dress is so special to us. So I'm going to tell you about one of my special dresses. I was a senior in high school. It was the first day of school. Hello, Tank. How are you doing? Thank you for being in here. Sherry Knowles says, I am a vampire. The moon loves me.
Yep, that's right. Me and him's cousins. We both so white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We both glow in the dark. Me. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry K. She had a predator getting into her chickens, so she had to move them to a different location.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heidi says, darn, I was going to put on a dress today, but chose to wear jeans instead. Hello, Christina. How are you doing?
I know after Maureen said it was National Dress Day, I decided I'd put my favorite one on.
Well, I was a senior in high school, and I had been gifted, to wear the first day of school, this really pretty dark navy blue dress. It had 3/4 sleeves, and back then polyester knit was the thing to wear.
Mm.
It had a very nice little A-line shape to it, just an inch or two above my knees, which was all right with Dad. And yeah. And it had this really pretty, colorful silk red, white, and blue scarf that went with it.
Ooh.
And it was made to be tied around your neck, or, to be worn as a headband, or just, even if you wanted to wear it tied as a little sash around your waist. I mean,
Yep.
it was that long. But
Yep.
I decided, don't ask me why, maybe I was feeling a little rebellious. I don't know. But anyway, I wore it
Yes.
tied around my forehead and had these long, you
Oh my
know,
word.
yes, I showed up at school, and I tell you what, I made it through the first period at school.
Mm.
Second period, I was asked to go see my counselor, and I was told I could not wear my scarf like that.
It's distracting to say the least.
Well, see, this was 1972.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Coming,
hippie stuff.
yeah, we was coming down out of the hippie era, but being in a little town, we're slower to
Oh
have
yeah.
fashion hit and leave, so to speak. So they were afraid I was going to create uh,
A new movement.
a new movement. Yes, there you go.
Oh my
So
word.
I switched it from going around my head this way to, like a regular scarf headband like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But
Like
oh,
you
I
had your
was
like you
I
had
was
your hair tied back with it. Kind of
yeah. I was so put out, boy, let me tell you.
thing. I
Yes, like
bet.
a fortune teller. There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Dorothy says she wears dresses all the time. Well, that's cool.
I
I
like wearing
especially
dresses.
I love wearing dresses, especially in the summertime. It's so much cooler. It just
Yep,
really is.
it is.
But anyway, I get home, and Mother noticed that I was wearing my scarf a little bit differently, and I told her, what was going on or what had happened at school. Oh my goodness, the mama hen and her came out, and she
Oh
was on the phone the next day to the school
no.
and
Uh-oh.
letting them know, yes. But I never wore it like that again. But like I said, I don't know what made me do that day, but that's the way I wanted to wear it. But I literally wore the seat out of that dress. I loved it
My
so
goodness.
much. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It was getting a little thin in the backside. I wore it nearly everywhere, and I wore it at least once a week to school.
Oh
Every
my
week, you knew
goodness.
you were going to see Maureen in that blue dress because I just loved it.
Oh,
That's right, Martha. I was totally in style at the time.
oh yeah, I bet you was.
And yes, dresses are so much cooler, especially like I said in the summer.
Hmm. Very much so. Spe-
Sherry Noel says I would have worn it that way every day. A rebel.
Oh man.
Well, I really wasn't that much of a rebel. I mean, I honestly wasn't. But for some reason, that day, I just felt like I needed to wear it. Like I said,
Just to be different.
yeah,
Why not?
something unusual that they wouldn't even think Maureen would do. But yeah,
Yeah.
but that as soon as I saw it was National Dress Day and for us to reminisce about our favorite dresses, that was the first one that popped into my head.
We know you're a rebel at heart. You're a secret. We always knew that.
I don't wear dresses unless I absolutely have to. I will wear jeans till the day is long, Sherry Kay says. You know, my oldest daughter is exactly the same way. She hates wearing a dress, even a skirt. It just, yeah.
I like them.
I love my casual long dresses and caftans. Yes, Martha.
Yeah, good, comfortable, easy
Mm-hmm.
flowing. Oh
Yep.
yeah, yep. Makes you.
Dorothy said she had a blue dress with strawberries on it when she was a kid.
Oh, I know wearing a dress makes me feel girly. You know,
Right.
yeah, just a little
Oh,
bit.
Zola says she doesn't like dresses either. Especially when you don't have to wear a bra at home, Martha says. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much, Martha.
Mm.
The only time I have one on is when I'm going to the doctor or I'm on here. I hate the things. Hate them. Oh me.
Well, the next dress that I really truly enjoyed was a shirt dress, and it
Oh
was gingham
yes.
and white checked, made out of
Yes.
seersucker.
Yep. I love seersucker material.
Oh, I do too, man.
Just love it.
Yeah.
Always have, even when I was a kid.
I remember when in fact, that is one that I made. It was one of the first dresses actually I ever sewed. Uh,
Really?
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. The first one I made out of, I remember it was red.
Ooh, a red dress?
Yeah, I made a red shirt dress. It
Ooh.
had white daisy buttons down the front,
Oh my.
and we modified the sleeve so that it had a fold up cuff with a
Uh-huh.
tab on it.
Yep.
And okay. I did that for competition in the county fair from school.
Yep.
We had my mother-in-law's wedding dress from 1958, very 50s tiered tulle, but no one could wear it because she was much shorter and smaller. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Oh,
My,
Sherry Noel said she made her dress for her 8th grade graduation.
my mother's wedding dress, me and my little sister could wear it at when we were teenagers. We could wear
Right.
it, but it was it was quite the affair. You know.
Mm-hmm. Kathy says, I don't wear dresses often. My favorite dress was my wedding dress. It belonged to one of my aunts on my dad's side of the family and was so special to me. Still married to the same man. That's great, girlfriend.
Man, that's wonderful. That is
Lacey,
wonderful.
yeah, Lacey said I made a red suede leather top to go with my black leather pants and my red leather trench coat. Wow.
Ooh, you go, girlfriend. Listen at you. Slick, I'm talking.
Yeah, Sherry Knows says, Lacey, same way. If I go out in public, I put a tank top under my t-shirt. Yes, slip dresses.
I love.
Can wear, have my wedding dress, but no way I can fit it into it after kids. I hear that one.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's right. Working with with leather is tough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Very. I know when I worked at a factory, a furniture factory,
Mm-hmm.
we had some pieces come in that were made with blue leather, and of course, it was real leather, but it had been
Right.
dyed, and part of it something had been spilled on, and it
Oh.
had a curdled milk smell to it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just I don't know what it was, but anyway, they were going to throw it away, and I said, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
If you don't want that, I do," because it was a whole piece of. leather,
Right.
And they said, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "I'm going to take that home and make a coat out of it. That's what."
Oh, wow.
And I did.
Goodness gracious.
I surely did. I washed that thing. Well, not technically washed. I
I
didn't
know
put
what
it in
you
the
mean.
wash machine. I took
Mm-hmm.
a soapy rag and soaped it down, and cleaned it and everything. It was just something that had been spilled on it. I don't know what it was, but
Right.
it came off
Well,
anyway.
that's good. Yeah. See, that's all they would have had to have done.
And I just cut
Lacey's-
me out some pieces to match a flannel, the old flannel shirts that you used to get that was quilted on the
Yep.
inside.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
had one of them, and I cut me out some pieces to match that out of that
Uh-huh.
leather, and then I sewed it on top of that flannel shirt.
Wow.
Worked just fine. Worked just
Yes, Heidi, I saw that dress. It is so pretty. You did a wonderful job. Zoila says she loves sewing too.
I do. If I'm
Uh,
making something, I love to sew.
Lacey says, Sherry, me too. I was thankful as a teenager that I was an IBTC member and would go braless and wear the cute summer tops.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Uh, who jumped in here? Oh, Dorothy said she loved sewing in high school. Yes, I did too. I tell you what. And I was so thankful
Oh,
that
what?
I did learn to sew.
Oh, sewing, not showing. Ha ha
Yeah,
ha! I thought
sewing.
you said showing.
Something.
I was like, "Woo, showing what?"
Yeah.
Oh mercy!
Itty bitty titty. Oh,
Oh my goodness! The itty
oh, I
bitty
didn't
bitty.
read that all the way through before I said that.
I know what that means.
Okay, gotcha, girlfriend. That explains a lot. Okie dokies. Committee or club doesn't matter.
Yep. Either one. Or you could be the president of it. Yeah, you never know.
But yeah, I tell you what, I was very thankful that I did learn how to sew, because not only did it help me out, because I could not only make my own clothes, but I could make them special, so that they
Oh
looked a little
yeah.
different from everybody else's.
Yep.
And same way for my kids. I tell you what.
Yeah. I sewed clothes for my son up till he was in Head Start, I believe.
Uh huh.
All summer long, he didn't wear anything but a homemade short pants and a t-shirt,
Yeah.
because he bless his heart, he's 110% Bowie, and he stayed nasty.
Oh.
He was into something all the time, and he'd ruin his clothes. So
Mm,
if I hadn't been sewing clothes for him, he'd
right.
been naked all summer.
Kathy says, one of my aunts on my mom's side taught me to sew, but I don't care for sewing. She also taught me to bake, knit, and cross stitch. I stuck with the cross stitching for about 20 years till my son was born. Goodness.
Oh my.
Martha says, Lacey, me too. I said to my mom, why didn't you warn me from B to E? And if I lost weight, they won't change.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what, for me, that's the first place I lose it whenever I start losing weight.
Me too. Me too. There, and then it goes to the behind.
Yeah.
What little dab I ever had goes away. I'm one of them people that's got the flat booty, So I don't
I've
have
never
much
had
to be
a
losing.
flat booty, but This time when I started losing weight, yeah, it's kind of gotten a little smaller. It doesn't have that bubble shape to it like it used to have.
Yeah, I hear you. That little shelf across the top of the
Uh-huh.
hill. Yeah,
Yep.
I get that. I would have that, but then after that, it just fall off like a cliff. Shoo,
Uh-huh. Yep.
straight down. And it wouldn't be nothing else showing under there neither.
Oh no, I've always had a very rounded bubble back there.
No, not me. I got plenty of hip, but no butt.
I
Plenty
got
of hip,
both.
plenty of hips.
That's why it was so much easier for me to make my own clothes because I could make it fit the way I wanted to.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Kathy said, I picked up knitting again at age 36. My husband learned to crochet at age 10. Wow, he taught
Wow,
me to crochet. How neat.
that is special.
Yeah. And I taught him to knit. We taught our son both crafts, and our daughter-in-law is learning to crochet. That is awesome. Boy, talk about a family that knits and crochets together. That is great.
A fiber enthusiast family.
Yes. Lacey says old age is taking her butt down. We were there with that one too, girlfriend.
Gravity got a hold of mine. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, that really is, man. I think it's awesome that your husband knew how to crochet.
Wouldn't that be cool to meet a dude that crocheted?
Yes.
You know, if you were young enough still to be dating someone or whatever and meet a dude that crocheted, wouldn't that be so cool?
I know.
Put the yarn store together.
Uh-huh.
What a date that would be. Woo.
Isn't that the truth, man?
Take me to Hobby Lobby, baby.
No, I'd say road trip to Hirschner's.
Well, that too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Save the shipping.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My mom had to take in all the waste on my pants when I was a teen to get them to fit. Me too.
Yep.
Michael says, I love it when spouses crochet, knit, Tunisian, which is why I love Panda being an enthusiast, is being so enthusiastic, learning all the Tunisian stuff. That's great. I really think that's awesome, Michael.
Yeah. I cannot imagine having a spouse or partner that enjoys the same exact thing that you put your time into. You know, that your hobby is him having the same hobbies. That would be it would be amazing. I can't imagine. I really can't.
Kathy said he made my mom and I shawls for our first Christmas together. Oh,
that's so sweet.
Martha says a lot of her kids like to do a lot of crafts. Amy, I am so jealous, girlfriend.
What she say?
She's going to Hirschner's again in June for their warehouse sale. I may have to save me up some money and send to you.
Or save up some money and send me to her.
Martha says hubby is crafty, but more 3D printing and woodworking.
Wow.
Now I love woodworking.
That's a cool hobby too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, men or women can do that. It's not like it's a gender specific kind of thing.
Nope.
Of course, crocheting and knitting is not gender specific.
No, even though a lot of people seem to think it is, you know.
Yeah, but it is not. There's nothing wrong with men crocheting or knitting, either one.
And there's nothing wrong with women loving to work with machinery, welding, woodworking. Yeah.
Right. I've done most of the jobs that I've had in my lifetime have been men related or it should have been a man doing it job.
Right.
Say should have been a man doing what I was doing, but I was doing it because I had to.
Yeah, Martha says, yes, my son and daughter do it all. Kathy says, me and my sister are going. We are staying overnight in the area again, too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and Martha's husband is retiring, so he needs something to keep him busy. Yes, they do, don't they? Otherwise, they will drive you crazy.
It drives my mom nuts because my dad just sits. Drives her nuts.
Yeah.
She's like, I watched him the other day and he got up out of that chair twice all day long. I was like, okay, what's wrong with that? Well, he didn't move all day long. He didn't hurt nothing, did he?
Wow, Lacey. She said, that's right. I was in the sheet metal workers union. Well, girlfriend, go for you.
Yep. I worked on brush hogs, I guess you call them. We call them bush hogs, but
Uh-huh.
I think they're technically called a brush hog. I put them together.
Wow.
Put the motors and the crankshaft in them.
Well, I'll be darned. I didn't know that about you.
I surely did. Surely did.
Oh, my goodness. Dorsey says, I am lucky. My teacher sent me home for a broomstick and started me crocheting. My mother made many of blankets and shawl using a broomstick.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I
It's a
haven't
very
done
lacy open stitch.
Yes. I haven't done it myself, but I've seen it. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Martha says, I am warning hubby already. He gets to do more housework. His dad did too, so he can't pretend. Ah, there you go. Yeah, he can't pretend he can't do it. Oh, Kathy. She said he learned to crochet because his brother was in a bad car accident and was in a coma for about 8 weeks. So my husband's grandma and great aunt kept my husband, and to keep him busy, they taught him how to crochet. That's awesome, Kathy.
Cool. Not for the reason, but it's still cool.
Oh, yeah. Definitely takes your mind off things.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. If it wasn't for sitting down here crocheting, I'd lose my mind. It keeps me from going nuts. Well, nut-er.
Nuttier. Yeah.
Nuttier. Yeah, that's the word, nuttier.
Exactly, Martha. Knitting or crocheting, painting, drawing, coloring even. Great
Yeah,
stress releasers.
I used to paint a lot. A lot.
I used to do charcoal and pen and ink.
Ooh. Yeah, my son likes to do that. I forget what he calls it, where they have the it's a black piece of paper and they scratch it,
Yes, I know what
scratch
you're talking about.
scratch it off, and it's reversed.
Right.
You have to see it on the other side to see what it
Mm-hmm.
looks like. But
Right.
he loves to do that. He made me one that was a Persian cat one time.
Oh, wow.
It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. But he's a good artist.
Lacey said, I was also in the IBEW union when I worked at Zenith making wooden TV cabinets. Oh, nice.
Wow. Cool. I bet that was an interesting job,
Yeah.
making TV cabinets.
Getting to work with wood. I would have loved that.
Yeah. I worked at the furniture factory I worked at. I worked on the cutting table, and I ran a electric knife,
Uh-huh.
and that's the first time I had ever even looked at one of them, let alone run one of them. And before I left that job, I was running them out of work.
Oh,
Yep, yep. I was good at my job, and I loved it. I loved it. I was spreading the material back and forth on the table, and when I got it all stacked up, most of the time about that high, when I got
uh-huh,
it stacked up, then I'd uh, get the pattern put on it and powder it to, because it had little dots in the paper, and
uh-huh.
when you powdered it, it left those little dots on the material. That way, you'd know where to cut it at
Yeah,
when you took the pattern back off. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It, piece of paper with holes in it.
yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I'd have to come back with my knife and cut it out, cut the pattern out.
Wow.
It was cool. It was really cool.
Lacey said I'd come home feeling like I had a layer of sawdust on me. They wouldn't even let me wear my contacts in there due to the dust. Well, I wouldn't have wanted to, girlfriend.
Now, if you had it, you would have wound up like me with an ulcer on your eye.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm wearing my good old glasses right now. But it not because I got something sawdust in my eye. It just happened. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
I got an infection in my eye, and it made an ulcer on my eye. So,
Yeah.
so
What would have happened to you, Lacey, sweetie?
hmm well, the eye doctor seemed to think mine was mostly from my sleeping in my contacts,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't supposed to. But what's the point of having them if you ain't gonna sleep in them? You know, because that you can wake up and reach over and get your glasses and put them on and be able to see. The whole point of wearing the contacts was to open your eyes and be able to see. You don't have to do nothing. Just open your eyes and you can see. I despise not being able to see. It just, oh, you roll over during the night to see what
Yeah.
time it is and you can't see the clock. It's just blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a big green blob.
Yep.
Ugh. That's so aggravating. So aggravating. But I've always had to have glasses ever since I can remember. A long time before I ever got them. But I didn't technically know that I needed glasses until my little brother got some.
Oh.
And when he got some, I asked him, could I look through them? And I could see through his glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can see that a whole lot better with these glasses. I wonder if I need glasses. Well, my mom thought I was just saying that because my brother got glasses, I
Right.
want some because he had some kind of thing. So it took a while before she really finally believed that, I really do need some glasses.
Uh-huh.
So,
Lacey says I got my glasses in kindergarten and I
mhm.
wondered how long I was walking around half blind. Well, you know what? I really hate to admit this, but our youngest daughter was in the third grade,
Mm.
and school always checks the kids' ears and eyes and things like that. And we got a little note sent home saying that we really needed to take Jennifer in and get her eyes checked. And we was like, okay, whatever. And we kind of diddly daddled around and everything, and started noticing she was starting to have trouble
Yeah.
seeing. So sure enough, we take her in, and oh my word, you talk about feeling about this tall. I mean, not going to say she was blind, but goodness, guys, what they had to do to correct her vision. And
Yeah.
her daddy took her in because I was going to school at the time. And her daddy took her in to get her glasses, adjusted and everything. And he said, all the way home, she said, I didn't know there were fences.
Mm. I didn't
That
know there were leaves on trees.
Yes, that was another thing. Jennifer said, I didn't know this. I never saw that. And
Yep.
you just felt so awful not realizing how bad what she had been missing all that time.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I thought that trees were like in the cartoons, that they were just a real round blob
yeah.
till you got up close to them.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have nothing on them, they were
Yeah.
just green until you got up close to them. Then you could see that they
Yep.
were individual leaves. But I couldn't see them. Couldn't see it. Couldn't
Well,
read a
she did.
sign on the road. Road signs.
Yep.
Couldn't read restaurant signs. Anything. I remember all the way home. I read every sign, every picture, everything. I drove my mama nuts reading everything because I could see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I've heard of babies having to have glasses, when
Oh
they're really,
yeah.
really little. Um,
Mhm,
a friend of mine, her son was probably 3 years old, and they
mhm.
had to get him glasses.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen them on YouTube and whatever, where they would be the first time they had their glasses on and they could see, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
so amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing because I remember that feeling. I remember.
Jennifer came home that night, and she had an orange and white tabby, and she came in the house, and I don't know, I was in the kitchen doing something, and I heard her squeal and giggle, and I thought, what in the world? Went in, and she's sitting on the living room floor holding her cat, and she says, "Mama, look, Tabitha has white stripes." I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. She never knew her cat was two colors.
Yep. Yep.
Little things like that we take for granted. And oh my word.
I'm telling you, people that don't have trouble with their eyes of any
Mm-hmm.
kind don't know how completely, utterly blessed they
Yeah,
are, because it is hell when you can't see.
that's right. It sure is.
It certainly is. I mean, the where you sit down in the eye doctor's chair and they have the little screen at the other end of the room, little
Yep.
white screen, and they turn it on. It's got the letters on it. The biggest letter you can put on there, I can't see it.
Yep.
Can't see it at all.
Mm.
No, not even a blur. Can't see it. All I can see is that there's something white
Mm-hmm.
at the end, at the other side of the room. It could be a sheet of paper, for all I know. You know,
Wow.
white. That's all I can see, just white.
I've
And it's
always been able
really,
to see the top and the second row. After that, it kind of gets like, well, let me sit here and think just a minute, and
mm-hmm.
blink, 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 try to really get your eyes to open up and focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Now I can't see any of it, any of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Kathy says her husband is going in for cataract surgery on the 19th.
Oh my,
On one
mm.
eye or both?
My mom needs it done on one of her eyes, and she keeps putting it off, putting it
Mm-hmm.
off, putting it off. I
Well, the
told her,
last time I went in, which is a couple of years ago, I need to go back in again. Uh, I have cataract starting here on the outside, but it's not enough for insurance to cover it yet, so.
yep.
And it's really
Okay.
not interfering all that much with my central vision, so I'm okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's almost got to be solid before insurance will do anything with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I don't know. You would think they'd want to have some kind of preventative maintenance
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing,
Yeah.
instead of waiting until it's so bad you can't see.
Right. Oh, okay. So he's going to have one done now and then one later. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like to do both of them at the same time.
No,
And
I don't think I'd like for him to do it at the same time either.
yeah, it's got to be an extreme have to before that you'll talk them into doing both of them at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah.
Well, folks, it's getting to be that time. I want to say thank you all for being here. And those of you that have been lurking, I do hope that we were able to keep you up with what was going on in the chat. Don't forget to join us at 4 Eastern on Sunday over at Froggy Winnie Knitting's house. We have a nice little tutorial for you to get you ready for St. Patty's Day. So I do hope that you'll join us then.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we'll be playing bingo over at Carrie the Yarny Elephants in the morning. So if you're not doing anything early, go ahead and come on in and join us.
If you ain't
Connie?
sleeping like me.
Connie, I'll let you start us off.
I appreciate everybody that's come in, and I do hope we've entertained you, to say the least. We don't talk about a whole lot, but it's just whatever comes to mind.
That's right.
That's what we plan, for it to be fun. Just have a good time. Talk to the chat and let the chat talk back to us, and just enjoy one another's company. So I hope we've entertained you. I hope you've enjoyed being here, because we sure enjoyed you being here. And just remember, in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind.
That's right. That's right. Once again, thank you all for being here. We have truly enjoyed it. Please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light they need to see. Your light is special, so please be sure and let it shine. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.